It's gonna all work out sooner than later. You don't have to worry about tomorrow. It's gonna work out in your favor. Just keep your head to the sky. Keep your eyes on the prize. Just keep your head to the sky. Keep your eyes on the prize.
See, if I were to describe this piano, I would venture to say it only relates to itself this way. It only knows itself being able to produce that sound. But the piano doesn't see the vision I have for it. So in order to get the piano from the condition it's in now to a newer, more robust, dynamic way, there has to be a breaking down. What I mean is, coaches understand this concept. But if we're honest, every time a coach would introduce us to that kind of challenge, we would leave a place we're comfortable in and really do something or get something established in us that is more suitable for the game. Well, we all have the same habits, the same approach, because we are in agreement about how to address these kinds of things. I mean, think about it. My defense is most successful when we all rotate together as one. But what is the thing, or one of the tools that I have as a coach that helps my team release their own ideas of what that looks like and really accept the strategy that I'm offering, that we all can universally get an agreement on so it can be an effective approach on the court? I'm saying more than just basketball. But you know what? I've talked enough.
Everybody on this team, do y'all really love this sport? Yeah! Like, why do we act like we don't? We act like we hate. We act like we forced to be here. This is a neat win. This is a neat win. This is a game that we need to learn. We need to figure out how to win.
St. Francis and Oak Grove as far as strategically delivering. They're the favorites in the league. Playoffs like we've talked about, that's all possible. But again, it's going to take the little things, preparation, locking in on everything, running plays, executing the ball.
You should have had 39 more shots, right? You know how much you lost by? 34 shots. You should have had 39
Eat it right, maybe got water.
Hey, coach said you could be the only team at Laguna to make playoffs, right? Ran into playoff team. This is what you want. This is what you want.
So it all is about preparation.
How we act as a student athlete on campus. How are we in the classroom? How do we get to practice? Are we coming to practice? Are we, mentally focused? So a lot of that, more the mental shift is where the reboot happened. Once that started to happen, then the wins started to happen. Needless to say, all we can do is goes up from the year before. We ended up with a similar record. Well, hey, we played really tough competition, that's why. So I knew that I needed to test these girls. So being able to play some of these teams that were coming off of, having their program running and been in the program and a solid coach in place, and they've been playing, in this program, and they've been flourishing over the last few years, making the playoffs the year before. For us to go and play some of those teams and either play them really tough or come out with victories, those were telling signs that, hey, this team has like so much potential. I'm really proud just of like how the girls bought in. I know that there's a lot of, again, those standards and expectations that they may not have been used to, like, why do we have to watch game film all the time, or why do we have to go to practice, or why are we doing these drills every day?
See, a lot of us haven't admitted that there's areas that are really inconsistent. And those inconsistencies, partnered with just needing to learn, don't really lead to an effective outcome. Others of us recognize our deficiencies, but don't know what to do to fix them. The first thing I need you to understand is progress always comes with resistance. I'm not talking about you doing your own thing and acting crazy, doing dysfunctional stuff and trying to call it progress, making poor choices. I'm saying in your effort to do your best, to move forward, and not knowing how, there's gonna be resistance. Let's talk weightlifting. When I lift weights, there's some muscles that break down, and when they grow back together, I become stronger.
Like really just sitting here thinking to myself, like, is this what you really want to do? Like, it's a lot of things.
So
Yeah.
injuries are not just physical.
I had rolled my ankle, so I had rolled my right ankle, or my left ankle, and I had dislocated my kneecap in my right knee.
Senior year?
Both my legs was out.
Senior year?
Yeah. In the beginning, and then I kind of like try to bounce back towards the end, but I just had hella family members lost. Like my brother got locked up. Like it was just a lot for me, physically and mentally. Like, it just stressed me out, wore me out, to be honest.
Then having Becca come out and play, I had seen Becca when she was a freshman, wondering like, oh, is this girl gonna come out for basketball? So this tall girl walking around campus, and I was so pleased when she did come out, and then so pleased with some of the skills that she already had that I don't think she really knew that she had.
And like, I always check on my friends because like, I understand like from a different point.
She brought a different perspective, right? Being new to the program, being new to playing basketball.
And I always make sure like they're cool, and she told me like, I feel like I'm losing my confidence. I like confidence. You should be gaining confidence every time you step in the gym.
About even just in some of the conversations that I had with her throughout the season, and I think about our van ride to and from golf. She reflected a lot of positivity back onto my coaching staff that like I'll never forget. Like, you know, really, I mean, obviously it's great to get your flowers, but I mean, they actually have to tell you during the season, and it's not, you know, years later or whatever. It was nice to see her.
So something that I learned is that there's always going to be people to tell you that you're not good enough for something and trying to push you down. But like, you just have to rise up and show them, prove them wrong. You know, you have to work hard in everything you do to make that happen.
AJ coming into the program, she was just the basketball IQ on her. She doesn't realize how much of an impact she will have on the younger girls, but they'll see it in their game as their games progress.
And they're not going to expect you to do the work that you're doing right now and to succeed, because they thought that, oh, you're not going to do anything about it because you don't say anything. That was my issue over there. So, but for all through my life, I never wanted any confrontation, nothing. Like, if someone said that something negative about me, I would just take it. Except then I would show you that I'm not like that. So, especially on the court, I'm not just going to let you post me up or score on me, nothing. I'm not going to, you could keep talking to me, but I'm going to show you that I'm going to be the best at this, and that's what I feel like I'm doing right now. I'm proving a lot of people wrong.
I'll be like, hey, remember how AJ did this? Now I can use AJ as my example piece on a lot of things. Her man-to-man defense was just, she shut down the leading scorer, this girl who scored so many points for Pleasant Grove, held her to 7 points one game and held her to 14 the other game. That's big to be able to do that on a one-on-one basis.
I would say just be vocal with your words, like letting you know what you're doing. I was usually like self-isolating myself most of the time, so I feel like speaking up and letting people know it will help. Like I've grown, I've learned what I need to do, what my plan is. Yeah.
Talked about Bianca, to see her game go from her freshman year to her senior year, and just still the unleashed potential that she has, not just on the court but in life. And
Affect me when I get older. It's not gonna affect you. Caring how you feel is not gonna pay my bills. You get what I'm saying? So that's it. I think being vocal with yourself, being okay and understanding your goals and who you want to be and what's gonna help you in your life. That's what I learned.
Trend, kind of being a main foundation of the previous years, the 2 years that I wasn't here. You know, she was a girl that wanted it and showed me that she wanted it. So she reminds me of you, your junior to senior year, of somebody who like wanted to do anything possible to make sure that the team is successful.
her family, her friends, and loved ones. While at LCHS, Bianca has been a 4-year participant in the basketball program. She's taken AP and IB courses, all while being a part of the AVID and LEAP crew. Her favorite teacher is Mr. Denigor. Bianca would first like to thank God as well as the people in her life that have continued to believe in her journey and supported her along the way. Give it up. AJ is accompanied by her parents, siblings, grandparents, aunts and uncles, cousins, and close friends. She has played 1 year on the ladies' cardinal basketball team. Her favorite teacher is Miss Aries. She would like to give a special shout out to her dad for always pushing her to greatness and never giving up on her. Her coaches, friends, and her teammates for helping her improve and making the game fun. And lastly, her mom for always... Trinity is accompanied by her
My plans after high school is go to the University of Las Vegas, or if I get an opportunity with basketball, it'll be considered, or maybe even took. But I plan to study in sociology to become a school counselor. Also, becoming a basketball coach.
Rebecca is joined by her sisters, brothers, family, and friends. This is Rebecca's first year in the basketball program, and she also graduated her favorite teacher is Mr. Chang. She'd like to give a special shout out to Coach Norman, Coach Sid, Coach PT, and Coach McCoy. Class of 2025 Lady Cardinals. And now for your Laguna Creek Lady Cardinals, who entered tonight's contest with a 16-10 overall record.
Hold on one time. Hey, it's our house now. We're going to playoffs.
What I've learned is the breaking down and the building things back up is really all a part of life. And seniors is really starting that process all over again. Who you were here doesn't always translate to who you're becoming. And what I've concluded in my life is the vision that's best for me is the vision that God has for me. I've made that conclusion for me because He can identify who I am and see things beyond how I understand myself than I ever will. But in the context of team, pianos work because every note, every key, when it all works together, there's harmony. So if you're in that process individually, or especially with a team, understand, submit to it, and watch what kind of music you make.